The jet lag is real right now. I think by tomorrow I'll be more adjusted to Israeli time, which is 7 hours ahead of Eastern time in the US. We've all boarded the bus to start day 3, traveling the winding open roads around the Sea of Galilee. I'm beginning to feel more energy, thinking about the sights I'll see today that commemorate the daily life and ministry of Jesus.
Capernaum was the headquarters of Jesus' earthly ministry. This site has a synagogue built a few centuries after Jesus' time, on top of an older one from his time. There are also remnants of an ancient home, probably a house church from the time of Jesus. We can gather this from the Christian graffiti on the walls of the house. This could have been the house where Mark chapter 1 records Jesus healing Peter's mother-in-law. Tabka is the traditional site where Jesus met his disciples for breakfast after the resurrection. The small church is built right beside the Sea of Galilee. You can put your feet into the water here and take some pictures with friends. Your faculty will lead the devotional by the beach in about 15 minutes. Here at the Mount of Beatitudes is a beautiful garden on a hill overlooking the Sea of Galilee. It's a traditional Catholic site where Jesus delivered the Sermon on the Mount. Who wants to volunteer to read Matthew 5 verses 1 through 12?
I can. Seeing the crowds, he went up on the mountain, and when he sat down, his disciples came to him. And he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. Blessed are they who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when others revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven, for so they persecuted the prophets who were before you."
We're now at Magdala. This is the home of Mary Magdalene, one of Jesus' disciples. This site contains a beautiful chapel on the Sea of Galilee, along with ruins including a 1st century synagogue Jesus might have taught in.
For lunch, we ate whole roasted fish with fries, pita, and hummus. It's called St. Peter's lunch. I can definitely say that Israeli food is now my favorite. We board a small cruise boat on the Sea of Galilee, which is called the Itinerary. Worship music plays. One of our fellows shares his testimony and why this part of the trip means so much to him. Then we have some time to ourselves to reflect and to pray. I'm speechless. This is the very water Jesus walked on. This is where he calmed the storm. This is where he often sailed, where he preached. Hearing water splash against the side of the boat is a dream come true, the fulfillment of a desire I didn't know I had. When the cruise ends, my new friends and I look at each other. We know, without even having to say it, that we'll never read these stories the same way again.